Everybody, it is I, Anthony, the host of this pod. It's the pod 2. Here with co-host Mark.
Oh, it is I, Mark Wells.
Very terrible at intros,
We've always been terrible at intros.
and that's why our intros are always the best, because they're bad.
They're fucking terrible.
This one's going to be kind of a short little podcast, this episode, I think. Also, it's just late. But
It is very late, but it's also, I feel like it's to better, like, kind of explain our backgrounds, in a sense. Give it the little, like, obviously we don't have Jeremy here with us today. But
that's just due to time, because how late we're doing this. Next episode, he will be here, though.
Hopefully. If not, he will make a guest appearance. He'll be like the guest star.
Yeah.
But this is the Tony and Mark show. Mainly Tony's, so usually,
Mainly Tony. I somehow become the forefront, if you will.
You're the face of the operation.
Anyways. So let's just
Get right into it.
fucking jump into it, I guess. I believe you did have a question for me, even though I'm the host, but you had said you wanted to talk to me about something.
Oh, so basically what I wanted to say is, so this is probably like our fucking, it seems like 19th, 100th project we've done together.
It is.
But I wanted to hear more about like how you started back, like the early YouTube days to compare it to now. I mean, obviously I know some of it, but I'm saying like obviously kind of like what happened the first time you started. Like how old were you when you were in Fossum Bros? How did that conversation come to be?
All right, so it is one of my favorite stories to tell. I do like talking about it a lot. It's fun to look back on. Obviously, that's not the case anymore, but it is still good memories to me. So, truthfully, I don't remember how it started. I remember it was like I've always obviously growing up. We grew up the YouTube era. We watched YouTube videos. Smosh was big, and like all that's like watching people do YouTube videos. As a kid, you're thinking like, wow, you just turn on a camera and you just do dumb shit, you do whatever, and then people watch it and you get famous. And
that's kind of how I feel like that era was, because when we were kids, I remember the first time I watched you guys on Fossum Bros.
Right,
and I was like I think 12 maybe
or something like that, because
it's been, what, like 15 years if Fossum Bros was still a thing?
Fossum Bros would be 12.
Okay.
12 years
12
old,
years
I
ago.
think, around now.
So, yeah, it was like 11 or 12.
So 12, so I was, because this was middle school. It was middle of the night, December. And it was me and Justin. I don't even remember. I think we literally just talked about it. Like, because we were always together, we were always hanging out, we were always doing whatever, and then we were just kind of like, you like YouTube videos, I like YouTube videos, so why don't we, do something? And we kind of just kicked the idea around. We didn't really jump on it. We were just kind of like, yeah, that sounds good, but we didn't really do anything. And then we decided to, middle of the night, just, you want to fucking do it? And he goes, yeah, let's fucking do it. And so we did it. It was our very first video.
Which was basically that intro video.
Yeah, it was that intro video, which is super young me, super young Justin. And
you guys were so kids. You guys were young.
Yeah, we were super young. And then after that, we decided that it was just going to fucking be, think once a week or once a month. I forget exactly what we tried to do, but we always wanted to do skits. We wanted to, I guess, try to be different than what was
popping at the time.
Yeah, what was popular. Like, we both liked the skit aspect as opposed to just kind of random videos. And We did a couple. Unfortunately, like, none of them are up anymore. Like after we
I think
did.
Gel Douche is still up.
Yeah, so some of them are up there. Like all the videos that had the most views got left up, but anything that really didn't have any views got taken down. That wasn't my decision.
I think my favorite video Foss and Bros ever did, and this is just my opinion, and it was the one with Nathan, and it was like the jar. Justin was like, "What are these jars?" You know?
Yeah.
And it was like, you know, like make noises, and Nathan was like, "No, don't do that."
Yeah.
And it was just a cool little skit.
Yeah, no, yeah. So we did a lot. Like there was a Christmas episode skit that we did, and that was probably one of the more thought out, well rounded videos that we ever did.
Okay.
But yeah, like I said, like all the videos more or less got taken down except for a few. So there are still videos up, so you know to watch and kind of look back on. Like Screamy Weenies, still my favorite thing that I've ever done with David. I wish we did more because that was me and David playing scary games together.
Mm-hmm.
Like if that was now like the new Dead Space or the remake of Dead Space came out, like if we were still maintaining that, I think that easily would have been probably the like moneymaker of the channel. Just because me and David together and then playing a scary game where we're both like...
I'm going to interject real fast. So basically, I remember, but you know, like when we were younger and stuff, so for the audience and stuff, so they know, we're all really pretty much lifelong friends. Like me and Anthony here are like brothers because we've known each other literally for my whole life, pretty much. Damn near.
She's still 23 years.
23 years, yeah, and you're only 3 years older than me. So, but I remember, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but how do you explain that transition from when you were getting out of Foss and Bros to like the birth of HydraNoma? Because I came in toward like, I would say like toward the end of HydraNoma's era, and I did a lot of that.
So like I was saying, with Foss and Bros, like it was skit oriented, but the problem I would say, and this obviously isn't me talking down, talking bad, or anything like that. I would say that the problem with Foss and Bros is we were all kids, because we were 14,
like what, 17 or
like
something?
14 to 16, roughly. We were kids. We started in middle school, then we hit high school. You know, we're all busy, but like it was really like business oriented. So you take a bunch of kids, you know, mid-teenagers, girlfriends, maybe getting a job at 16, you know, like all these different things that are coming at you very fast. Yeah, life happens. And then there was just a lot of arguing, a lot of butting heads, because I remember, you know, me and Justin butted heads because he really wanted to maintain like that business like attitude with it, which is commendable. I don't fault him for it. You know, he had the right mindset, but it was the right mindset either with the wrong people or just at the wrong time, because we wanted to have fun. You know, I remember me and David were, you know, talking about it, like we wanted to have fun, and it was really strict, it was really business, so there wasn't a room to have fun. It was like, we're gonna do this, here's the script, stick to the script, you know, get all your laughs and giggles out before we do it, and then we do it. You know, I like bloopers. Bloopers are its own video in of itself.
Trust me, I know. How many bloopers did we have back in like the day when we were doing Hydra?
Right. So when that happened and we started butting heads, David, I think, if I remember correctly, David was the first one to stop. He said, you know what, I got school, I got this. Yeah, I think he was dating someone at the time. You know, he kind of was just backed off. He said, no, you know what, like this is just, there's a lot, so no. And then I tried to kind of stick with it to kind of see if like there was something we could do, but then it was kind of like me and Justin agreed maybe now's not the time to do Foss and Bros, so he kind of went and did his own thing. You know, he did unboxings. He went solo. Yeah, he did like the unboxing videos. I don't remember if he did have those on Foss and Bros. He might have.
I swear they were on Foss and Bros.
I think because he was still doing Foss and Bros by himself, and he was doing his own channel, which was I think Jopemon. So he was doing two. Like he had certain videos on one and then certain videos on the other one. And within that moment, I was done doing HydraNoma or done doing Fossil Bros. I hadn't done anything, and because we started HydraNoma when I graduated. That was September of 2015 is when. So it had been at least a year or two of me not doing Fossil Bros. And then I actually got together with Javon and Sean. Sean had just come back from Florida.
Was he living with you at that time?
Yeah, so Sean had just come back from Florida and he was living with me. And then, because Javon wanted to do it. I forget what inspired it, whatever the case was, but Javon wanted to do something with YouTube. So me and him, and then Sean was there. All three of us kind of pulled it together. We actually did what's it called? The it's like the Wu-Tang name generator or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that whole thing, and we did that. And that's how we came up with HydraNoma. So me not doing it YouTube for like a year or two, and then doing HydraNoma. So that shift was really just I missed doing it. Someone else wanted to do it. I said, and I have the experience. So I said, sure. And then so we did HydraNoma. HydraNoma was cool. That one was more fun.
That was the one I was part of.
That's what you came in at the end when it got messy, because that was more fun. Mm-hmm. And then me and Javon wanted to try to put more business into it because it was too much fooling around. It was too much fun.
I wrote a lot of scripts.
You did. So the problem is that no one else wanted to get serious, or with it. They were like, well, I'm having too much fun. Why would I want to stop having fun? So then that's where we started butting heads with all the members, and then we just started kicking people out, and we just
I don't think I ever got kicked out.
The whole roster kept changing because it was it was me, Javon, Sean, and then at some point towards the end we got Austin in, and then I think we kicked Austin out, and then we had Wesley in, and then we kicked Wesley out.
So how I remember it was you, Sean, and Javon, and then the beginning of it was Alex and Bobby.
Yep.
They were in it with you guys, and then they were gone. And then we were taste testing a video. You guys were doing a taste test video. And I had just came over, because at the time I was living with my dad up north. And I was just visiting. And obviously I would do that. I would just show up unannounced, like I normally did. And you guys were getting ready to film a video. And I believe I started off as a camera person. I think that was the first video I did. I did the camera. I was behind the camera. And you said something to Javon about maybe we should try and have Mark do the next video where he's taste testing with you. And the entire time, that was my first on-camera experience.
Yeah.
And I was I had aspirations of being an actor and stuff, but that was the first time I ever was in front of a camera.
But yeah, and then what was it? Because David was a part of it at one point. I remember that. There was just so much.
Yeah, because David was part of it before I was.
Yeah, because I pitched.
And so was Wesley.
Yeah, because Javon didn't have any issues with David or anything, and I had pitched the idea to David. I said, "Hey, we had a lot of fun," and the thing with HydraNoma that I really loved, it was big on creative influence.
Oh yeah.
In the sense that if there was an idea, fuck it, run with it. Sean wanted to do the challenges or the taste testing.
Oh yeah, I know.
He was so big into that. Said fuck it, do it. Then there was literally we were bored and we couldn't think of if we wanted to do a skit or wanted to do whatever, and that's where fuck a skit destroy shit came from.
And that was
because we just first of all we had a lot of junk lying around, and then we were like, fuck it, let's not do a skit. Just go have fun, break shit, and then we go to the park and just we did Wii bowling.
And then we had kind of had skits involved in it, because I think the first fucking skit, Destroy Shit, I remember I had that phone call at the end.
Yep, you had the phone call at the end.
And that's how we concluded that episode. And the second one, I forget what the second one was.
No, there was the one where you and me were like, I think it was...
Tony? You slept with Tony?
No, it was, Sean was like saying that like we got in trouble or whatever. We had to destroy our Xboxes. Because we had old Xboxes.
Yeah.
And that one fucking sucked because when I came, because I remember I had the bat and I came on a downswing for the Xbox and I fucking hit the concrete. I was like, but I didn't. I held it, but I was like, ooh, that hurt. I think we did 2 or 3. I don't remember.
I swear there's 2, but like granted, that was.
Oh yeah, that's almost 10 years now.
Yeah, that was.
HydraNoma is almost 10 years old because that was 2015. We're in 2020.
I remember HydraNoma was. It was really fun. I remember especially like we did have a lot of fun, but the aspect of business was something I think we all needed to get into.
We did need to get into it, but
I feel like
the people
I'll stop.
See, the people we had at the time didn't have the maturity, I would say is just the best way to put that. They didn't have the maturity to think business like in that sense. Like, you know, like a lot of us were like same thing, like, just turned 18 and you know
I was 16.
Like, you know, like we're all
I think I was kind of mature about that though, because I was really about script writing because I wrote.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously you know still had like your moments or whatever. But I'm saying like,
yeah, I do remember.
So coming out of like high school life and high school problems, now we're literally adults. Like we're
learning
18,
adult.
we're getting jobs.
You were
we're
19.
Driving. Yeah, you know, we're all doing this, and but it was fun. You know, but yeah, so that was kind of the downfall I would say of HydraNoma, and the thing that sucks about that is that me and Javon did want to rebrand. You know, there was a whole thing we wanted to do, and unfortunately with that rebranding, we just decided to delete every video off. So there's like, it's like I wish they were still there because obviously they'd still get views and I could just go back and laugh because there is nothing. There is the only thing, and it's either on my laptop or on my desktop upstairs. But the only thing that exists from that is the literal 2015-2016 Supercut blooper reel, which is from the start with members that didn't even last to the end.
See, like, I feel, because I remember, like, toward the end, like, because I came in March, like, literally around this time of 2016, and I wrote the Marshall Cletus scripts.
Right.
And I wrote the Hydra Homestead Ghost. And I think everybody in our group really liked that story. I know that was my favorite one that I wrote, where it was like...
yeah, the Homestead Ghost was cool. I really wanted to do that one. I wish Marshall and Cletus, that one made the cut, but unfortunately, we could have got sued.
No, because we did make it.
We did make it.
We even went through... This is hilarious. We went through a recasting twice.
Yeah, recasting twice.
I hurt myself twice. We went through 2 different cameramen.
Yep.
Because it was originally Jordan, and then it was Javon.
Yep.
And then we went through especially the first time, from what I remember, we went from, okay, it was you and Sean who was playing. Sean played 7-Eleven. You played Dante.
Yep.
And then I played Marshall.
Probably did.
And then Wesley was playing Cletus. And then Jordan was going to be the camera, guy for that, directing it for us. And what was it? I got sick.
Yeah, you got sick.
Because I got drunk because I was dumb. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, you got sick. Almost punched you in the head for that, but yeah, you got sick.
And Wesley didn't show up.
Yeah, Wesley didn't show up. I don't remember what happened with fucking Jordan.
He was at my house, and Jordan just bounced. And Jordan was like, bye. He's fucked up. Bye.
Yeah, Jordan just left.
Yeah, he just left.
You were fucked up. Wesley never showed, so we recast it. David became Cletus. Sean was still 7-Eleven. We did the whole video.
Completely different. We went from it was
the ground
scripted.
Up, we redid it, and then we filmed it. We literally fucking filmed it, and we could not release it because the owner of 7-Eleven
was going to sue us if we did.
Would claim that she was going to sue us just for like a month.
We should have kept that video.
A couple of months after the fact, she ends up selling it to corporate.
We could have used it then.
Absolutely, we could have sold. We could have did it then because that's how that.
I forgot who made the decision to delete it, but I know that I remember we had it.
I think it was
because you pieced it together.
Just unanimously were like, look, it was either hold on to the video
and hope something could happen, because at the time she owned the store for like 20 plus years.
Yeah, we're like,
So-
wait till the owner dies, or
Yeah.
just
Only
We'll
if
fucking
only
get
if
rid
we
of it.
knew. Only if we knew that she was gonna sell it.
honestly.
Because wait, didn't she say that after Sean got fired though? Because if Sean still worked there, or did Sean not get fired? Did he quit? I forget what happened in that scenario.
I think he got fired.
Okay.
I think. But yeah, so. But yeah, HydraNoma really lasted for like about a year or two.
I would
generous.
say it was like
and
a
that
year.
but that was just like if it made it to the second year, it really wasn't anything left. And
I remember getting kicked out and then being brought in like in the same day.
so what happened then is, so after HydraNoma, I decided to do my own thing. That's why I started doing my own YouTube videos.
Mm-hmm.
I started just, all my shit's still up. I started doing my, I've kind of been missing wanting to do it again. But, I started doing the YouTube. I started just kind of playing games, making my own videos, which is fine. And then I ended up stopping, and that was just because there was just so much going on in my life. At the point, I started working 2 jobs, and I was doing full-time college, so it really wasn't in the cards at the moment.
And that's when I was in college, when I was gone. Or
Yeah.
when it's gone and then came back.
I think we were gone, yeah. And, then life happens. I had moved out, was living somewhere else. And then it wasn't until then, so this is probably about 2 years after HydraNoma. No, 3 years, about circa 2019.
End of 2019.
End of 2019, you approached me
Yep. With the
Midnighters.
But before, remember, we had no idea what the name was at the time. But all we knew is we both worked.
Yeah.
nights.
I was working midnights, you were working midnights, and both our schedules somehow aligned. It was the only time in
perfect.
our lives
It was
that our
perfect.
schedules aligned. So we were doing that. We decided that, hey, we couldn't think of a name, and I think I was the one that was I the one. I think it was the one that said the Midnighters, because I'm like, both work midnight.
Yeah,
so.
and then I came up with what was it? Because like even for HydraNoma, that photo I got made for you guys. But like I did the same kind of thing. We got an imagery, and that's when we also went to Storyfire.
Yeah, we're doing Storyfire too. There was just a lot that we were doing.
And that's with which we did it with Richard and Jordan and Jake.
Yeah. So we were doing the Midnighters. That lasted I think less than a year.
Oh yeah, because I went from working at the gym, doing appliance repair, because I had like 4 jobs at once.
Yeah, you were juggling jobs basically because you were just trying to get by.
Well, I was doing multiple jobs, and plus the
Yeah.
girl I was dating at the time
Yeah,
was
you're foul for that.
I'm very foul.
So after, we were doing a couple Midnighter stuff, which was fine. It was fun. And I think that we just both got too busy. Like I was like working more because I was working at Home Depot. I was working overnights at Home Depot at that time, and I think.
Yeah, because when we started it, you were working at Home Depot overnight, and then we both worked at Hobby Lobby.
Yeah, so what had happened though is I think I hit the busy season in Home Depot, so I was working from like 7 at night to 6 in the morning, sometimes even 7. So I was working fucking almost 12-hour shifts.
And then you were doing the 2-job thing for a minute, where you were doing.
Then I was working Hobby Lobby in the morning because we were building the fucking store. That's right, folks. I built a Hobby Lobby.
So did I, though.
Yeah, me and Mark built a Hobby Lobby. You'll never fucking hear it again.
But
yeah, so we literally went. So I was doing like crack ass at dawn, 7 in the morning, going to Hobby Lobby to build it, working till fucking 9 at night sometimes. Have to shoot from Hobby Lobby to fucking
Home Depot.
To work my overnight shift. Fucking do it again. And then I started getting in trouble at Home Depot because of being late, and I tried talking and explaining it. obviously my manager understood, but obviously there was nothing he could do. So I said, well, if they keep me, I have the opportunity to make more money there than I am there. 'Cause I think I was working at Home Depot for $13 an hour.
And at the time when we started Hobby Lobby, it was 10.
Well, at the time of Hobby Lobby,
But we had more hours.
But the thing, but what the thing with Hobby Lobby was, if I got full time off rip, that was 15.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I was banking on. But I, got kept. I was working there, and goofy as shit. I remember the girl I was dating at the time got really sick and was out of work because she was working with us too. And
Was she worked with us?
yep, and I put in 100 hours on a check.
Yeah.
It only walked away with like $900 from that check. So I put 100 literally 100 hours in.
Yeah.
And obviously taxes, but like, it's not fucking worth it, honestly. But I had to.
Was that bi-weekly?
Yep, it was bi-weekly, and I had to make up for the lack because we were in a household together, so I had to make up for her not working. So I had to pretty much work doubles.
Which you pretty much did the whole entire time.
Yeah.
Not to be a day.
So I got kept on, and after we built that, you had stomach issues, so you got let go.
I quit.
Okay, you quit. And then
Because of my IBS, and that's when I worked multiple jobs at once. Because that's when I was doing I went from the appliance place beforehand, and the appliance place got shut down because somebody murdered someone in Florida that subcontracted through the company. Don't know who this person was. All I knew is that they delivered a fridge. The old lady said, "Don't want the fridge there," and the guy was like, "I'm fucking killing you." And that's how it happened. I don't know exactly. All I know is that Lowe's called my boss, and my boss called us, and he basically told my driver at the time, like, "You guys got to go off the road." And we were literally in the driveway, a really nice, beautiful house. It was like a mansion house, and I think it was somewhere in Lake Orion. It was a really nice area. Mm-hmm. And this fridge is huge. And I'm like, at the time, I was scrawny. I was like really little and scrawny, holding this fridge up by myself because he had to answer the phone. And I'm like this, shaking. He goes, "Oh, just put it down." And I put it down, and it fell, fucking right onto the pavement, just boom. The customer was like, "What do you do that for?" And I went, "He told me to let it go." And he was like, "Oh yeah, don't worry about it." And we just literally left the fridge, took the truck, and left. We got pulled off, and then the entire company that we're subcontracted through lost the contract with Lowe's. So that's when I was like, I needed a job, and the only thing was like, I said that like literally like 3 days later. I was like, "Yeah, bro, I need a job," and you were like, "Oh, come to Hobby Lobby." Yeah. I just went to this thing, and then I had stomach issues, so I had to quit. I also remember when I headbutted somebody.
Yeah, you headbutted me. We headbutted each other.
No, I'm not saying that. When I was going to urgent care because of my stomach issues, and I had to like get physical with someone.
I remember that.
That was not fun.
I love that story.
Oh my lord. But yeah, that was the Midnighters pretty much.
Yeah, that was the entirety of Midnighters. I don't think then it was JAMR after that.
Is what we converted to, and this is what we are.
And that didn't happen until COVID, I think, right?
After COVID.
It was after. So yeah, so from literally like the Midnighters, pretty much as soon as we started working at Hobby Lobby, Midnighters kind of stopped because it
was after Hobby Lobbies when Midnighters started. Like toward the end of me being at Hobby Lobbies, we had the idea to make something.
No. See, we were doing Midnighters stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we were doing Midnighter stuff. So it was started working at Hobby Lobby
because we went from nights, then we worked days, and then I was working like 4 fucking jobs.
Yeah, so we didn't have any of like the timing for that.
But then
so,
COVID hit.
Yeah, then COVID hit, and then we arguably both just got fat. Like, well, maybe not you because you were working. I wasn't working.
I was working at like probably, I'm gonna say this right now, probably the worst thing I ever decided to do with my youth, because my body is so shot now.
Oh, 110%. Like half the shit that I did, even like building that store, like my body's shot from, all that stuff too.
Yeah, all I can say is, dude, we pretty much, hands down, me and you built that fucking store by ourselves.
Yeah.
I'm not to be like rude to the people who work there, but we would go the extra fucking
There was
mile.
literally the time where we were just chucking boxes, like, full of shit. You know,
Throwing them at you.
They were like 20, 30, sometimes a 40-pound box, just thrown into this fucking pile. And
or like all the things we had to do. Like, I mean,
yeah, we're just constantly fucking running around.
We were there.
Which was no issue. It was exercise. I liked it.
You remember the one time I collapsed though, because we were overworked. Dude, we had to work that day. I think those weeks every day, multiple hours, and I would stay because you were staying. And at the time, I didn't have a license.
Yeah.
Or no, I just got my license.
Yeah,
I
you
was
had
just
just
waiting
got
for
your
my car.
license. I didn't have. And it sucked too, because sometimes it's like, you would have to be like my ride home or whatever. Otherwise, worst case.
That was before.
Yeah, otherwise, worst case, I just had to fucking walk, which wasn't an issue.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I remember this one time though. I remember it because you like the manest thing you ever. You like as a man. You know what I'm saying?
As a man.
Because I've always worked.
Man.
I've always worked like I would say you consider manly jobs. I've done brick masonry. I've done concrete. I've done painting. I've done I've done everything.
Yes, painting. A man's job. Only men can paint.
I mean, outside on scaffolds, fucking, and like 80.
With
80
two old fucks that
got me drunk.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, I'm not saying man's job, work. I've done all types of work. I'm just saying very hard on your body. Long hours. Mm-hmm. From the time I was 16 to it's just actually like a month ago.
Yeah.
And that's just a lot of back-breaking work. And at the gym, I mean, the gym was like that's why I liked working at the gym, because it was like I could literally just chill and talk to customers. And because in the mornings I was doing appliances, so I was spending all morning from 5 in the morning to 2 lifting these big ass fridges, get off at 2 o'clock, take a shower, eat something, go to work at the gym from 4:30 to midnight. And then when I didn't work at the appliance place, I would work at doing maintenance at the condos, which was, painting or whatever. But the cool thing was Jordan's grandma owned a dog daycare place. So I did the whole overnights there on the weekends, and which was cool because it's easy. It's so easy to watch a dog. Or have you ever watched a dog? Because it's just easy. Feed you, give you water. I'm going to go fuck off over here. It was easy. I got paid a lot. But I would leave that job, have Jordan, because I used to have Jordan stay with me, have Jordan watch the dogs, and I'd get him a pack of cigarettes for the night while I was painting the condo to come back to be like, oh, here's a pack of cigarettes. And he's like, how much do you make? I was like, oh, I made like a few $100. And he was like, fuck you, man. I don't want to give me money. I was like, no. Did the dog die? No. The one time I left Jordan there by himself, though, the dog had a seizure.
Oh.
And mind you, I don't know how to get a dog out of a seizure. So what would I have done?
Right.
So Jordan said he looked, the dog was seasoned, and he literally went to his fucking face, and the dog snapped out of it or something. The dog bit him. I love it.
He fucking figured it out, I guess.
Jordan's, I don't know, dogs were good for him. I would say that. But also, it's probably because half of Jordan's brain. Jordan is my younger brother, but half of his brain is replaced with, I swear to God, a rabbit. Because he's just like.
But yeah, so.
That was the Midnighters era. That was fun.
That was the Midnighters era, and that was well after COVID. That's when.
During COVID, we were writing a lot. I was writing a lot.
Yeah, you were writing a lot during COVID. I was trying to figure out I had just rebuilt my PC from the ground up because it was bricked for the fucking life of me. But yeah, so after that, and then we came together and we decided, well, fuck it, let's do JAMR, and that really lasted until recently.
We're technically still JMR.
We're technically still JAMR.
So I would explain it like this: JMR is like
the parent company.
It's like the production. So basically, these videos, like Negligence of Youth, is under that category in a sense. JMR owns the rights to.
That's essentially it. So JMR is the parent.
This is just like a show,
and anything like with that's like this our podcast, that is a subsidiary of that. So
it's like a subcontract.
Yeah,
which we could branch. Like if you notice, if you followed us or listened to us on TikTok, this is going to be shown on TikTok, obviously. This TikTok page was JMR.
Yeah,
and now it is Negligence of Youth. But the pod, obviously, this pod, because we're also on Podbean as well, is only Podbean is Negligence of Youth. But right now our Facebook, because actually if you make a Facebook page, I found this out, because I was just gonna rebrand this, and JMR was gonna just be Negligence of Youth, or what I call NOY, NOY, NOY.
Mm-hmm.
And but obviously I think Facebook made our decision for us, and JMR is just gonna be JMR, and we're just gonna have the Facebook and the YouTube page kind of be JMR, and with Twitter as well, just to
well, yeah, because that's fine, because like that'll be like the main hub then, is like for all things related to JMR. So that'll be like links to all the shows, links to all the different projects that we do,
which we are head of JMR.
Yeah, so. But JAMR,
it didn't even start off as that. It's literally it started off because the Midnighters was supposed to be originally a film group, converted into a writing group, and JMR originally started as a writing group the name was given to us by my ex-girlfriend.
And the best part, we had only two or three meetings where all of us were together to discuss what the hell we wanted to do.
Oh, yeah.
And it never fucking happened again. It was literally...
we were doing great, though.
If that happened...
Yeah.
And then it just became a you and me show, because it was like we just told anyone else what to do and they listened. Except for Richard. Richard doesn't listen. Love the guy, but he just doesn't fucking listen.
Because we actually did a lot with JMR. I'm not even going to say we didn't. Because
we did. We wrote a bunch of shit. We were literally, I think...
On Storyfire, there's I have stories.
There was a bunch of stories that were under the moniker. There was so much that, we did and put into it, which is fucking phenomenal.
There's stuff that we didn't do.
Yeah, there's that are just shelved. Like, either whether it be we got to save it for a later date because of how, we want to do it. We don't have the production of it. Whatever the case may be, but there's a lot. So JMR is kind of
it's like a production company mainly.
Yeah, I guess you could say that's where we kind of ended off now, is
because we have streamers. We
took the fun and the business and basically turned it into, even though it's not, but a would-be empire. We went from this is just a channel to make videos, or this is just this, to this is the parent. This is the parent company. We are JAMR. And now we're gonna
do
other things,
other avenues as well.
So produced by, but it's its own thing, which is fine. And I kind of like it that way.
Well, yeah, because it's so I would say one of the favorite things I would think JMR, and I would honestly say even this, where it's just me and you, like we normally do, talking about what we want to do, and what's going on in our lives. Especially dude, you gotta think, dude, we have known each other our whole lives, and it's a part of our group right now. We have Jonathan and Gavin. We have Jeremy. We have my Uncle Ian. We have all these people a part of it. Granted, Jordan's part of it, but not. He's more of a supporter. Same with Richard. That's what I'm just going to call him. Yeah, he's just a supporter.
And that's fine,
but they are a part of it.
And said your uncle, right?
He's a Twitch streamer.
Yeah, so I'm saying, even with that, it's just it could be obviously he's his own thing, and
yes, but he wants to,
right? But I'm saying even literally could be no revenue to us, because truthfully I don't care, if he wants to be a streamer, let him be a streamer. All whatever he makes is his. I don't care. But obviously to get the name out there, it could be he's his thing, but it's headed by whatever that case may be, and that's...
What was your favorite thing that I wrote? Would you think? I would say, because you've read a lot of my work, and I've written a lot. Out of everything I've ever written, going from the Homestead Ghost to stuff that nobody will ever know, what is your favorite thing? It could be a show, it could be a full-length film I've written. What is your favorite?
My favorite
thing I've ever written, or that we've done.
Favorite thing ever? It was something you wrote. It was the only script we ever printed.
Okay, you're talking about depression.
That is still my favorite because I still have it. It is in my storage unit right now.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Where's your storage unit?
It's in the backpack in the storage unit. It is my favorite thing ever. Because I had to print the fucking thing 3 times because the printer just fucking fucked off somewhere.
Okay.
Like, it just stopped working throughout it. But I literally... Because we had so much drive to do that. Like,
that was
you've written a bunch of other scripts. I have all your fucking scripts on my phone in Google Docs. Never printed them. Like, they're finished, and I never printed them.
That was the one we actually printed. Yeah, that was 98 pages.
Yeah, that is the only physical copy. The only physical copy.
I fucking love this drink. I love this drink. I know you like the lime one better.
Yeah, I'll stick to my coffee.
Oh, you know what? That's a good idea, but
yeah. So that is my favorite thing, and I still
what
want to do it.
I want to do it. I do, and my whole thing is, all right, I'm gonna be for real. Okay, I might get a little emotional, but I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be real with the audience as well. It was during COVID, and my girlfriend had passed away in 2016 from suicide, and I found her. Okay. And I felt like when I was writing that, I was also working a lot at the job I was at.
Yeah.
Everybody was off work. I was working all the time. And my life consisted of sleeping, going to work, writing. Sleeping, going to work, writing. Sleeping, going to work, writing. And then I would be able to have 5 seconds to watch a movie or like listen to music or I was basically mainly alone. Because it was COVID. We could not see each other or speak to each other.
Yeah, it was isolation at its finest.
And then I lost that job, which I believe was a blessing in disguise. And then I had all this time. And I remember just going, I need to do this. I need to write something that incorporates that feeling. Yep. And it took me 2 months every single day from 7 a.m. to like 2, 4, 3 in the morning sometimes, writing that and going in my head, and like I think it was one of the best things I have ever written to this day because of how much time and passion I put into it.
Oh yeah, no, like that's. I remember you always talking to me about it, and once it was finished, and I went through, and
I remember the last reading we did.
Yep,
the last reading we did
the
was
reading and
so emotional.
Yep. We even started filming it too.
I know. We did that with Sarah. Yep. That was a really cool. We had also troubles with the first film day. We were supposed to, actually, I think it was like 5 days we tried going out there.
Yeah, then there was one day we were like, fuck it, like we got it, we're going to go out there. And we were literally on our way to film, and your whole tire came off. Mark used to drive a G6, all right? And personally, I fucking love G6s because he had one. And
that was the ride. That was my mobile, dude.
Yeah, we were driving, and it felt like he hit a pothole.
It did.
And I'm looking at you, but I'm looking at the artist too. It felt like he hit a pothole, and then the car just didn't fucking feel right. And so he's like, "All right," he's like, "I'm gonna pull over. I want you to get out. Go look at the tire for me," because it was on my side. And, I'm like, "Okay." Get out, close the door. I kind of do one of these. And then one of these, and I just kind of looked at him. I'm like, "No, you need to come see this," because I couldn't fucking believe my mind. Like, I was flabbergasted at this. I was like, a tire should not look like this. It was it 5? There's 5.
It was 5 lug nuts.
Yeah, there's 5 lug nuts on the tire. 3 of them are fucking sheared off.
Actually, it was the wheel studs.
Yeah, okay, it was the wheel studs sheared off, just gone.
Yeah.
So this thing is on 2. And so he calls his stepdad, basically.
No, my dad.
Or your dad. Well, no, you called...
I called Brandon first.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you called Brandon first, so you called your stepdad.
Yeah.
So he calls his stepdad first, and he's like, "We'll try to get, off the freeway." Not even 10 feet, there goes the 4th one, sheared right off.
Yeah.
So we're on one fucking bolt, and it was the funniest shit, because Mark lost it. Mark was notorious for this thing where the thing that
anger
had
issues.
anger issues where he punches
Cars.
the things that make him mad, and that was his car. And I just laughed at him because I'm like, the car won. Like, you didn't do anything to that car.
I did.
And in here, I felt it in here.
No.
So then he calls his dad. God bless Pops. He comes and rescues us.
Oh, dude. Oh my God.
And
do we want to say?
Yeah, that leads into the greatest story ever.
Oh man.
So Mark's dad comes and rescues us, and Mark had a hickey on him.
Oh, dude, it was my whole neck.
Yeah. Mark had hickeys, plural. So Mark had hickeys on him, and his dad, obviously, dad's just like him. He's a jokester. Asked me, "Hey, why you sucking on my son's neck or whatever?"
Yeah.
And
First time meeting.
Yeah, first time meeting his dad, by the way. Straight faced, looked him in the eye and said, "Yes, nicely." I thought I killed his dad right there. Dude could not stop laughing.
And that's probably why my dad still calls you.
And now he thinks I'm gay, even though I'm literally happily married I'm happily married to my lovely wife. We have a daughter. I'm still gay. Like, that's how that works out for him. No, it's a cover. It's a fucking cover.
Dude, my dad would be like, just because you like it in the butt sometimes, whatever.
Yeah, half a fag. Put in your mouth. Not for me. But
just because I'm a fairy sometimes doesn't mean I'm fucking gay.
So, but it was a fun time.
Oh, it was great. But dude, I didn't.
And after that, we never touched the movie again. We said, you know what, maybe it's fucking cursed right now.
Oh no, because we did go. We did film that one day with Sarah, and her husband got all because we can't say the rest of it. But you got
I thought that was before the.
No,
tire
that was
thing.
after.
Okay, that was after the tire thing.
We went one more time, and then after that, we
just stopped. I think that was.
You were going through the Triumpha, and I was going through the.
Yeah, we were just going through a lot. So what ends up happening is obviously it got shelved unintentionally. Very much want to pick it back up, but also leading new lives. Like, I'm a full-time dad, and you're trying to figure your shit out. You still want to move, which we'll discuss that at a later date.
So what is the next topic? Because we do, we've been on. It says on air for 47 minutes.
Yeah.
So what is the next topic?
I mean, realistically, topic-wise, I think that was because the main you just wanted to know.
Yeah, but
was my whole.
Do you have the key points?
They're not pulled up.
You should pull those up.
I should pull them up. I'm just kind of winging it. No, the next point it was to turn the tables onto you.
Oh, okay. Let's check the time though, because my phone's at 10.
Yeah, it was to.
18. Never mind. I lied. You're good.
But I mean,
I needed to also restart the film as well.
That's fine. I had to restart mine. So.
So we're good.
Yeah.
So this is brand new footage right now too.
Yeah,
but
you need to. I'm 34 minutes in on my brand new.
I was on 42. Just recently.
I think it was like halfway through, so I think it was like 20 or so minutes in.
Yeah.
I had to send a text and it stopped the video. So then,
okay.
But yeah. So now.
You're bringing it on to me.
Yeah. So now it's bringing it on to you, where it is, and I will pull it up because you asked so nicely. Okay, so yeah, so now the next thing is about you, about your journey of stand-up and acting, because I know you've always been a funny man with your funny stuff.
I mean, not all the time. I would say I think it comes in. I think it's around like, cause we'll have days, like I'll have days where I'm for real with you. Like right now I'm being kind of serious.
Yeah,
we're having a good time, so we're still joking, we're laughing. But I think it gets more. It's more of like, I think I really wanted to start the stand-up when I was an alcoholic. I mean, I'm not like, we're gonna get that deep with this podcast. This is.
No, yeah, no, like I mean,
we're deep. I mean, we both have mental issues.
Oh,
mental
absolutely.
health.
I'm still in therapy. Like that's.
I'm not, but I think that was the step I needed to take in my mental health for a while, because I was in therapy for a while, and I needed to stop doing that. But I'm no longer an alcoholic,
Thank God.
Or I've done drugs. I'm not gonna lie, I've done a lot of cocaine.
Yeah, I know.
I've done a lot. I mean, but
Mark has stared in the face of death,
probably too.
and yet I'm the one that scares him the most.
Yeah. I mean, it's not even. I think it's more of a respect thing. It's more of I respect you enough.
I'm gonna respectfully kick your ass.
Okay, Red Foreman.
Yeah.
I'm gonna respectfully put my foot in your ass. I would say my journey. Okay, so. Oh, what do you want to know first? The acting or the stand-up? What do you want to know?
Well,
because the curiosity. I know there's probably questions you want to ask about, like, why would you want to do this?
Well, I know, because we've talked about it.
Yes.
Your acting career that you basically have one. I even though it was short clips on YouTube and stuff like that, that's still something you can add to your portfolio, in my opinion. Obviously, other people that have done
in
this.
The industry for yeah.
So, but I know for your acting though, it really started. I don't remember if it was Harry Potter first or if it was you had seen a movie with Heath Ledger in it first. But I do know, like, it started young and you were just watching movies and it was just you. Like me with games and like me with computers, you just instantly had like that attention to detail. You were so attentive to it, and it was like, to you were like, it's normal. Like, I love watching movies. I'm just gonna fucking watch all of them, And other people are like, you really like movies, huh? Like, same with me. Like with games, it's like when I play a game, I'm not like, I'll play a game to enjoy a game. Mm-hmm. I don't ruin it for myself, but like also I'll like take like, oh, I like how this mechanic works. I like that, this interface does this or certain things. And, like, that's you with movies, ever since you were young when watch them, you would be like, oh, I like that camera angle. I like how the lighting looks for this scene. Like, you just were so into it.
I think what it was, for me especially, being so young, I was 3. I was 3 first. I can remember movies, that moment, I would say.
No, I can remember from when I was, like, 2, so yeah.
See, I just remember that moment, I would say, where I fell in love with acting. And you knew I was a big Harry Potter fan, because that's something my dad, was very into and read me the stories and stuff. And I always liked literature, I would say, because I always liked hearing stories, telling stories, writing stories. Even then, as a kid, I didn't write them, but I would always be like, oh, and I would just come up with shit off the top of my head. But I remember I was at my dad's house. I was 3 years old. And there was an HBO movie, which was A Knight's Tale. And the movie, it was one movie that, at the time, because my dad was always busy, he was always working on cars and doing other stuff. So when I would watch movies, it was mainly me alone. Yeah. But that was the one movie my dad actually watched with me. And I remember watching that. And you obviously know the quote that I will recite in a second here. Yeah. But I remember seeing that movie and just seeing how, like, this adult was having fun. And you could see, like, the joy in his face. Even though he's playing a character and he's looking serious in a scene. But you've seen the joy and the life behind his eyes. I know I'm probably saying that as, like, maybe an artist would. But that's how I looked at it for me. And it was like, wow, you could see that joy, that he's having fun with the person he was playing. I remember looking at my dad and I was like, I could tell he's playing. Like, he's a kid. He's just playing. And my dad's like, oh, he's an actor. Yeah, that's what they do. And I was like, what's his name? He goes, that's Heath Ledger. And then after that, I loved Heath Ledger. Like, I loved his work. He's probably one of the best actors ever to exist. Besides, I mean, I don't know. There's lists of great actors. I pretty much respect every single actor. I'm not even going to lie. Mm-hmm. The way your body, the way I mean, you've seen it when I acted. The one time, my acting's been good. Like, I mean, not good, from YouTube days to now.
I will still love that I went with you to an audition that you had.
Oh yeah! Oh my lord! Yeah, I forgot about this. Yeah,
I went with you to an audition that you had, and I was the one that helped you like get into it. I was helping you like better your range of like doing it with happy voice, like hey ha ha ha, until like doing like serious voice, like it just trying those, because I even still do it now, like literally in anything you do, like when you literally asked me with like your singing sometimes, because Mark's favorite band was probably still is My Chemical Romance, and
It's one of my favorites.
And Mark has a lovely habit of singing exactly like Gerard Way, which is greet. He does a great impression.
I'm
His
also
voice,
a very
though,
impressionate person.
Is
I can
not...
I can be a very... Did your phone die?
No, I ran out of space.
Oh, okay. Delete one of them. Because we're gonna have to clip it and stuff, you know. So anyway, I'll explain.
Technical difficulties. My video cut out.
Hey, you're fine. We could still keep going. You know, we're not to the part that I want to clip yet. So yeah, basically, just kind of since I was 3, I wanted to do, the acting about it. A man can change his stars, and
man can change his stars.
I do a lot of voice. I think as a teenager, when we were doing the acting, in HydraNoma, my biggest thing was trying to try new things. And I always felt like it was better to do... Oh, what's the word for it? Because we were doing new things with HydraNoma. That was, like you said, it was a lot more fun than it was business. But I was writing. That was mainly what I was doing all the time. And Anthony knows this more than anybody. What I hate doing is being like the writer, the actor, the director. Because I also am the only single one out of everybody we know, a part of this group, that went to film school. I am the only one. I'm the only one who went to film school. I'm the only one who knows how to edit. Actually, Anthony does. I mean, he's kind of more self-taught. I had to learn from schooling. I've taught him a little bit too, so I don't really have to worry about that. But that's my biggest thing, is I come up with so many great ideas when it comes to the writing aspect. As an actor, I just want someone to create a character and me portray it. Now, when it comes to stand-up, I think that is one of the hardest things anybody can do.
Oh, absolutely.
It's not that I don't think I'm not funny, because I know I'm funny, but it's also trying to remember what you write. So it's like, basically, there's acting in the aspect of comedy. Every single comedian, yes, a lot of them will say what's on their mind, but have like a key points of what they're wanting to say, a part of that stand-up routine or the special that they're doing. But here's the thing with that. There's so many things that like Robin Williams would write all of his jokes out and memorize it from the beginning of his stand-up career. Mm-hmm. And even when he was fucked up on drugs. You're looking intent at your phone.
Yeah, because I gotta go through and I gotta make room. So the only thing that's gonna make me the most room is if I go through whatever videos I have, and I gotta delete videos.
Just delete the first one that we did. Or clip it. Keep the first half of it. And delete the rest.
I got this.
All right.
What I'm doing.
All right. I'm going to take a little second to breathe then. Because there is one thing I do want to say. It's part of my stand-up routine. But it's also been kind of bugging me. It's been on my mind. So I'll bring that up after I say about the journey of comedian. I did one stand-up so far. That would say it was a public thing. It was hilarious. I would say I didn't have a good time. People there, the crowd was probably like 20. There was a size of 20 people. Mm-hmm. I didn't make any money. It was 15 minutes. They had a good time. I just talked about like fucking drugs the entire time.
Drugs are funny. I
was like, yeah, drugs are fun. I miss them. I don't miss the smell of coke though. And some shit like that. It just kind of fell off the top of my head. But I don't know. I think one of the stand-ups I did was at a New Year's Eve party. And I've only done probably like 3 performances where it's been stand-up comedy, would you say? But the one I did, there was a room full of like 60 people. And I just basically, I let the liquor talk that night, and that was kind of how it was. I'm not even lying to you. So now also trying to do stand-up sober is something that's very hard for me because I have anxiety really bad.
Yeah, you don't have that liquid courage anymore.
And I don't have that, yeah. So also I think I say what's more on my mind when I'm drinking.
Oh, absolutely.
So like now I'm at the point where I can have a few drinks and I'm okay. Even though just like a few weeks ago I just got roofied. So we will not talk about that. But so are we back up and running?
No, and it'll just take too much time for me to sit here and chop it up and do all that fun stuff. So, the rest of this, we'll just do without me having any video, which is fine.
Damn, I'm mad.
For pictures alone, I have almost 8,000 pictures. Videos, I have like 300, and I gotta go through
and figure
all of those. And like a lot of them are like videos from a concert I went to, which I'll probably just I'll do it tomorrow, where I'll go on like actual like Apple iCloud and I'll save all those like to my computer and then just fucking delete them off.
I might actually email you some of the footage just because I have it.
Oh yeah, no, like if you have it, well, that's why I made that shared folder so we can just add.
Oh yeah. All right.
So, but yeah,
because we're about to conclude, but I do want to bring something up.
Okay. We were talking for an hour.
Yeah, I know. But I want to do.
We still technically have 2 more posts, or 2 more bullets, but we'll skip the one. We'll do that for like we'll save one of these, which is the fucked up stories from our youth. We'll save that.
We'll save that for the next.
With Jeremy, hopefully, because Jeremy has fun stories to tell too. So we'll be able to do that then, and then.
Well,
so what do you want to say?
This part is actually, and I'm going to start it after I say this. This was the part that I actually wanted your face in it. So how I'm going to try and do it, I'm going to say it, and then I'm going to pause my camera and get your video. Okay. All right, so because this is kind of something that's been bothering me lately, and I'm going to say it like how it is.
Say how it is.
All right, so you're married, and Jeremy's in a healthy relationship. Okay. Finally, after so long.
Your turn.
Why is fucking dating so fucked up in this goddamn fucking generation? No, first of all, let me finish, okay? Let me finish. Fuck everyone who dates in this goddamn generation. You understand? Just fuck them all, okay?
Fuck them.
Fuck them all. Fuck them all. I'm probably Australians coming out right now, but fuck them.
A little bit. And they're not even remotely Australian.
No, it just fucking comes out of me.
A lot of things come out of you.
I can't undo you. Anyway, so yeah, I do not understand dating in this generation. It's so fucked up. Like, you fucking see. I think online dating is very what's the word? Degrading. To
you think online dating is degrading?
Yes.
Mars? Really?
Yes.
So
no, because let me hear me out.
Okay, let me hear you. I'll hear you out, but
hear me out. Hear me out. I think it's degrading because it's this. Because the person who I was a man whore. Loved the pussy. Okay.
Yes.
Loved it. But here's the thing, and I still do. I think it's degrading because I think I would much rather know someone's personality than what they look like in a bikini as their fucking photo.
Oh, okay. So now I'm gonna.
So I think it's very degrading to those people who just do that. Because I mean, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of females that I've met or matched with, which fuck Tinder and fuck Bumble. They're all fucking stupid. Because fuck online dating. Or it's like, also, I'm in a fucking rant now, okay? I like a girl.
I'm going to cut you off at some point, but continue.
Okay. I like a girl, okay?
Okay.
You know the girl I like.
Yes.
Like a girl. But here's the thing. I like this girl. She's great. Wonderful person. I would like to get to know her more. But you know what really fucking bugs me?
What bugs you?
Fucking bugs me is because even besides the point, if we're just friends, we're just friends. Say it. I wish every female and male, because I know males are the same way, had fucking communication. Communication goes so goddamn far. So goddamn far.
So that I'm gonna.
Because
No. Gone are the days of communication. Okay.
Fight everybody. Right?
Nah, I know. Okay, so yes and no. So communication is there, but communication is gone. We're all behind our fucking phones. Like it is easier to text somebody or call somebody and not have to be there in that person. But in that, communication disperses because now instead of just like thought out conversation and good rebuttal and this and this and this, it's literally TTYL LOL LMAO Rafflecopter blah blah. It's literally all just accurate. Fucking we don't communicate, and or we're just busy, and it's funny as hell to me. So, but that was funny that you don't like online dating and it bothers you, because it makes you sound old, which is great because you look old. when you have like your facial hair, it's like it fits that persona, like old man Mark, like online dating, I don't like it. So, and it's funny you said like the man whore thing, because I wrote the fucking book, you perfected it. That's always our joke to each other, is I write the book, you perfected. So I was also, a man whore, which truthfully, back then, it's like I explained to my wife, back then it was like, I had everybody telling me, fucking do it, go for it. I didn't have people say, hey, maybe fucking don't. And I needed that instead of do it, because, like, obviously my wife loves me very much. She knows my entire past, knows everything, and, at first to her it was like disheartening, and it bothered her because I have a history. I've been with a lot of people. I've done a lot of shit with a lot of people, I never, truthfully, funny enough, I never went to parties. I never did anything like that, but I, just did a lot of stuff with people, and that's what sucks for us, because the minute people find out your history, that drives them off, because they're like, doing a lot of people.
I have to do this now. It's so funny. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I do, because it's like, it gets annoying. It gets annoying. Today, dude, God damn it. Ugh!
But
it just gets annoying, because like you think about it like this. Like, I do like this girl, and she's a great person. She's amazing, and she has been my whole life, and we've been really good friends. And I won't say the person's name, because I think that's very disrespectful.
Oh, absolutely.
Because,
obviously, obviously, I know, but, and it's just hard. Like, dating in today's time, it's weird, because I feel like us growing up, that was really, like, everybody was trying to fuck, I guess is the best way to word that. Like, everyone was just trying to fuck, and then we go from that to now everybody wants to fuck, but everybody also doesn't want to fuck, so it's like everyone's like, yeah, I'm horny, I want somebody, but at the same time, like, but I also want super intellectual conversation, fuck a pussy, like they don't want it's just goofy to me, because it's like I love it, because it's like it feels like we're kind of shifting back to like get to know the person, so gone, like, obviously, but now that narrative kind of shifted too, to where like now it's like empowering more so on a woman front, which do you, boo boo, like I'm full supportive. Like now, like the women are like, fuck it, get bodies, fuck them all, like great, but we already lived through that, and like that's what I told my wife. I was like, to us, that's like, it's old news. We did it, we're done. We did it in our early teens, we're in our fucking 20s now. We're like, fucked enough.
This is where I'm going to hand it to you. And I'm going to say, yeah, okay. But I completely agree. Sorry, we are taking a second because we are actually filming this. But let me know when you film it. Yeah, so I do agree. I mean, I agree with everything that you've been saying. Yes. I mean, you were the one who mastered that scenario of my life where I followed the blueprint. Yep. And I did a lot of mistakes. Like, I feel like that's probably one of the main reasons, I think, with this chick that I like. Maybe that's what she sees me as, because she has known me since forever. And she's seen probably every avenue that I've done, but that's also the thing. She's like, she also won't let me get to know her, so which is fine. I just wish people would have the communication where, if you don't like someone, or even if it's just be friends, which I'm down. I love being friends with people. And I think I'm a very friendly person, but I also have that anxiety with a lot of my friends. So like, if a lot of our friends see this, they're gonna be like, "Oh, is he talking about me?" Especially the female friends that we have, be like, "Is he talking about me?" Chances are, I don't know. Depends on who you are.
Like Woody said, if the boot fits.
Yeah, if the boot fits, who knows? Yeah, we're good. That was the clip I kind of wanted, because I think that would be a track. You know, we're talking about communication. We're talking about problems.
So obviously, don't have to record me now. You can just.
Yeah, I'm done recording. This is the end of the show. We have like an hour and some change.
Hour and 10 minutes.
Both of us.
Yeah. So.
Oh wow! It's 1:43 in the morning.
Yeah. So this, so we're at the end of the podcast. This was actually supposed to. I lied in the beginning. I said this was going to be a quick one. Silly fucking me.
I mean, how did you feel? Do you think we had a good?
Oh, I absolutely enjoyed it. We've been wanting to do this. We tried to do a podcast with HydraNoma
It's like 10 years ago.
Yeah, it didn't work. Now I think now is the time for us to do a podcast because we're older. We've been through a lot more, and there's like, especially like me, like being a new dad, so like there's like new stuff to talk about and all that, and like I can't wait to like share stories with like that. I don't know why for like the outro you said Tony ending with Tony B's IT and JAMR.
Oh, so basically it'd be like this. All right, this is concluding, the Negligence of Youth podcast. We would like to, make way to our sponsorship, which is
sponsored by Tony B's IT, one-stop shop for all your IT needs, free consultations.
And the phone number is?
I don't know it off the top of my head.
We'll get that next time. And also is concluded by JMR, the film company. Thank you. And this has been Negligence of Youth.